Greetings, YouTube. I want to start off this video praising Kabam because I believe giving credit where credit is due is what you should always do when you have a voice of public influence. And Kabam really did an amazing job this month of hyping up a champion by giving everyone automatically that 3-star champion and eventually a dupe no matter what of that 3-star champion. You want to talk about feeling as if you're part of the content creator program where that influences whether or not you go for a chance for the 4-star, 5-star, even 6-star. And that's what they did. And I hope that they do that again every once in a while. I don't expect it every month, but it just is a perfect way to give the community a free champion, a 3-star champion, which we can still use, especially with objectives tied to them. And at the same time, it's giving us the motivation to spend units and maybe even cash for those units to go for featured Grandmaster, Cavalier, or grind for that champion in the arena. That takes us to today's video. You see, originally, This Is The Way had sent us over everything, including the screenshot in front of you of his new 6-star Guardian that he was lucky enough to land on and rank up. But he is also sending some info today with his 4-star Awaken, I believe. I don't think he has a 5-star. But we're going to look at quite a few instances of amazing utility for this new champion. And I learned a lot today thanks to his advice because there are certain things that I just didn't even think were possible with his utility, and now we know. So the thing we're going to do is we're going to look at Guardian versus Namor on Strike Back. So what we're going to watch in the compilation of videos he submitted today is just how amazing the utility is for Guardian. Not just for things like fighting off Safeguard plus showing off his auto block, but also his incredible resistances. Guardian has like an 80% bleed resistance. Think Omega Red almost level of bleed resistance. Not to mention extra block proficiency that gives him the kind of block proficiency that makes you think that he might be related to Captain America Infinity War. So this is just a champion that really does such incredible damage. And people will say, well, he takes so long to ramp up. Well, this Unawakened 6-star is showing that not really. You got to that special 2 and you took down Namor. So that was a very quick fight. That was a 1 minute and 6 second video. So it's not like you're talking about Proxima Midnight where you have to take 6 minutes to get all of the missions and cooldowns and all that. No, Guardian Unawakened was able to do much damage. Now, let's see. I think he was wanting to compare Nick Fury in this case. And let's just remind ourselves. Okay, we're going to move on because even though I know he sent that over for a reason, I want to trade on Guardian alone. Now here, it's Lionheart. Whenever the defender's healing abilities would be reduced or reversed by a debuff, they aren't reversed, etc. So let's check out some more Act 6 gameplay. And just how Guardian is able to handle this 55,000 plus rated X-23. Pretty standard fight so far, right? Nothing too crazy, but we're waiting for that special 2. And really part of the beauty of Guardian is just how much of a tank he is. I think this guy is going to be a really big problem in Alliance War. I can just imagine with certain node combinations, especially those of you at the top of War, it's just going to be nuts. Okay, so we got a special 1 there. Force field up. Baiting specials as usual. Done a good job. He's taken 0 damage so far. Okay, now we're at the special 2 that everybody loves to watch so much. And that damage is just crazy. It looks like if you were to cover up the ratings of these champions, I would argue that if you knew that Guardian was 14,000 PI, he's probably fighting somebody who's maybe slightly higher than him, maybe like a 16 or 17,000. Think about the last chapters of, say, the monthly event quest for Uncollected. But no, you know that champion is rated extremely high, and yet he's no match, or she's no match, I should say, for the special 2 of Guardian. Now we have a fishbowl example. I don't know about you, but I've had to learn the hard way not to hit into Mr. Fishbowl after he fires off a special. Wish I could say I just knew not to do that straight off, but nope. Sometimes you got to learn things the hard way. You got to go through, as my Battle Realm bestie Katie Candy likes to say, your face blocking stage. Now check out that perfect block and auto block that completely stopped that special. Also hit into Fishbowl after the special, did not take any damage, remained at about 100% health, right over. So now he wanted to use his 4-star to talk about the utility regarding the defensive nature of Guardian. You can see block proficiency, energy resistance, bleed resistance, and critical damage resistance are all through the roof. And this is a 4-star, right? This is not somebody who is the 6-star Awaken that they will be. Sig 88, so almost maxed. Now, when it comes to block proficiency, you can see just how high he eventually gets. That's why I wanted to make sure that there was a note that this gives Guardian nearly the same amount of block proficiency as Captain America Infinity War. Now, the last thing I want to touch on for this video is his ability to negate Magic's Limbo, where it will barely scratch him. By the way, just throwing this in there as well. Same weekend he got the 6-star Guardian. He also got the 6-star Hit Monkey. So, well, let's check. First of all, this matchup against Morningstar. Of course, an Awakened Morningstar should cause you bleed, but the bleed resistance is so good that he's essentially bleed immune right now. And so I just, there's going to be so many combinations of ways for him to devastate people in Alliance War. I really think he's going to be a problem. But I've been wrong before. And when it comes to war, I probably have the worst prediction I've ever had. Because we all know that everyone's top war defender is Ghost. Because that phasing, crazy. All right, let's check out the Special 3. Remember, it's a 1920 PI 4-star against a Awakened 6-star Morningstar. So the 4-star that still hits like a 6-star and still just acting bleed immune. That Awakened ability is just so much of a tank. And we will see how this fight continues to go while keeping an eye out on the timer to make sure we don't waste too much time before we get to Magic. All right, now he's the Special 2. And hey, that Force Field in the Special 2 still did good work, but check out that Special 2. You can't tell me that that's how a 1900 rated, rank 1 4-star should do against an Awakened 6-star. Just unbelievable. I mean, Guardian has defense and offense for days. All right, let's talk about Magic. I don't know about you, but if I normally bring in someone that's not like Blade with Danger Sense against Magic, I know that the Limbo damage alone is going to be enough to kill me. Now, did he lose 15%? Sure. But still, compared to anybody else, he'd be close to dead right now. He just doesn't have the health pool as a rank 1 4-star to survive this strong of Limbo from a, rank 2 equivalent, at least rank 1 equivalent Awakened 6-star. And yet he's still very much alive. And he's just playing around with that Force Field and Dex. Now he's got the Special 3. I gotta say, when that Canadian symbol goes behind him, like the bat symbol, and yes, I know that is a DC reference in a Marvel movie, but still, we are playing a Marvel game, talking about Marvel movies. You can still appreciate it. All right, so he's still alive. He still has a chance, despite 3 different Limbos, to take her down. I think the goal now, after he got that Special 3 off, is to get to the Special 2 before he loses his health. Now, Limbo has been triggering quite a bit right now. So, there's probably a 50-50 chance whether or not he makes it to that special 2 before Limbo takes over. But he's looking good right now. He's able to say, I'm going to fire it off and see how it does. And boom, there is that crazy God tier, beyond God tier damage, which you'd expect to see from a 5 or 6 star that you see at a very low ranked 4 star. He went into comparisons to, say, a Mysterio of the same rank, and how if you kind of want an idea of how fast that Limbo damage could kill you just by a normal fight. And check that out, right? He's lost, what, about 50% of his health? And the Limbo damage has caused him to die in seconds. So Limbo damage, 126 ticks per for this health. Compare that to 361 for Fishbowl. So incredible utility, great knowledge. I know that sometimes when I play videos and they delay a second, the audio can kind of jump. So sorry if there were a couple of awkward cuts in this. But I really appreciate this is the way for all of this info. Guardian just appears to be such a tank on defense, but also such a stud on offense. Just a perfect champion to really test out. We are just scratching the surface on his utility in the game. Oh, Canada, you found yourself a good one.